So before I start, I'll take a quick round of introduction from the people who are attending it, so that
Sure.
I understand better the group of people who have joined. So we can start. Yeah,
Makes
Siddharth, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
And if you can switch on the video, well, we can. Yeah, quick 30 seconds would be good. Yeah.
Yep. Hey Gaurav, hey everyone, thanks for the opportunity. Hi, this is Siddharth. I am working as the Senior Technical Program Manager with Rubrik. And before this, I've been working as the Technical Program Manager with Zeta, DirectEye, and have also worked as a software engineer and a product owner with Nokia prior to that. So
Okay.
comes back with around 9 years of industry experience.
Good. Yeah, Himanshu.
Yeah. Hi Gaurav. So I'm a BTech plus MBA graduate. So have a combined experience of almost 4 years. So majority of which I've been working in Accenture now. So just close to 3 years. So in Accenture, I'm part of the corporate strategy unit. So I'm working as a senior analyst. So mostly that I've worked as a software developer also after my BTech for small 10 months. So yeah. So
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah. Sayan. Shayan.
Yeah, hi. So I'm working as a senior product manager with Tata Capital. So I handle the digital lending division. I
Okay.
have a total of around 10 years of work ex with around 4 years of product manager experience.
So Shayan, which ticket size are you handling?
So I am handling up to 5 CR.
Is 5 CR is digitally lended, you're saying?
Yes.
And how big is the
This is
portfolio?
SME lending.
And how big is the portfolio?
10,000 crores.
Okay. Close to 2 billion. ठीक. Yeah. Akansha. Akansha, are you there? Okay, we'll go to Vishal.
Sure. Hi Gaurav, Vishal this side. So I'm working as a BA, business analyst, functional BA, and my total experience is around 12 years. So I am also a BTech plus MBA graduate, and most of my domain experience is with fintech
Okay.
domain.
Yeah, so I think the group has a lot of people who have a banking or a fintech experience or lending experience. So I also come from a similar background. So I am currently working for Lead Square, which is a CRM company, and I am heading the BFSI practice there. So I build products specifically for banking and NBFC space and fintech space. And to name a few clients, we have ICICI Bank. We have in the fintech category, we have Simple, we have Rupify, and in the insurance category, if you want, we have Max and Kotak as a BFSI segment. So we have around 1,500 clients, out of which around 500 are from BFSI and fintech space, and majorly fintechs, followed by NBFCs, and followed by banks. And my job is to build products for these specific uh, sort of businesses which are into BFSI, and also to sell them. uh, so selling is also part of my job here, and also any marketing activities which are involved with respect to the product I'm building is part of my profile. Before this, I was with Wells Fargo, core as a product manager for retail banking for 2 years and wholesale banking for 2 years. And prior to that, I was with Jana Bank, where I was handling a portfolio of around $2 billion and which is 12,000 crores and 6 million customers. So where I was also the business product manager, where I was handling the P&L also. So the entire health of the product, um, which is how much is the product selling, how much is the EMI collection happening, was also part of my role. So this is in a nutshell how I see myself as a product person, and most of my experience have been into BFSI only. Actually, it has been into BFSI only from the start of my career. So whatever we'll discuss would be more specific from the banking and fintech or insurance or stock, wealth market, or any such payment related or any such BFSI related stuff. I hope you're fine with that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. And how will we construct it is uh, we'll have a sort of a case study or a exercise done where I'll give you the construct, the case study, and how to attempt that, and then you can take some time, and we'll take 2 or 3 of them, and we'll engage with the whole group so that everybody has a point to make, and there will be no right and wrong answers. We just need to see how can we build a product from scratch, and what are the stakeholders involved, and how can the group contribute in building that. Yeah. So let's take a case study related to BFSI only. Um, so I need to build. Have you heard of gig workers? Everybody's knows about gig workers.
No.
Yes.
Okay. So the person saying yes, can you brief the the people what is gig workers so that we can initiate the discussion from here.
On the shared economy, Ola, Uber drivers, they are part of the shared economy. They are not on direct payroll,
Mhm.
but so those
Yeah.
are like gig workers.
Yeah, so it is a very large set of workers, and I think Himanshu has correctly pointed out, and it is coming up big time in India. So people who are not on-roll employees, but they take up jobs as and when required. So, for example, a person could be having running a shop in the day and driving Ola Uber in the night. Somebody can be doing food delivery while also doing another alternate job. So all these employees are not on-roll employees; they are contractual employees, and what they do is they provide a service and they get a remuneration for that. And there are also freelancers in that. So you can also imagine, apart from Ola, Uber, Swiggy, there are also a lot of other people who are part of this economy. Uh, let's say I if I offer my service to this platform, so I'm also doing a gig. So there are a lot of people who are doing such sort of stuff. It could also include freelancers. It can also include Ola Uber drivers. It can also include people who are running deliveries. Then people who are owning a small restaurant, uh, and they're opening it for a only for a shorter time, and then there's other activities which are involved. So they are not on-roll employees, and they have a contractual sort of an agreement with the platform, and they perform their duties, they get a remuneration, and then where the contract ends. So this is how a gig worker can be defined. So since we have a large economy which is coming up for these gig workers, so let's design a product where we can so every person has a financial need in this country or in this world. So let's target this gig workers, and how can we address the just a sec. How can we address the financial needs of these gig workers? Can we build a platform where we can offer financial products to these gig workers? This is the problem statement. So I'll throw it to the house. So you can ask questions, and then we'll have a, if you understood the problem statement correctly, we can have a discussion on the problem statement at first, and then I'll provide you a construct how to proceed with this case study. So anybody who has a doubt on the problem statement itself, if you want me to dig deeper into that, the plan is to offer a platform where we can sell, or we can uh, fulfill the financial needs of gig workers. This is the uh, the broader definition of the problem statement. So Siddharth, you are okay with the problem statement? Do you want to take a shot at, like, do you want to debrief the group about the problem statement?
Yeah. So the user set which we are trying to target here is these gig workers who, and to elaborating the gig worker persona is somebody
Let's
who's
not go into the persona. I'll tell you how to do it. Okay. आप बस problem statement if you can define it for me.
Yeah, the problem statement is the financial needs or various, for example, buying an insurance or buying a health insurance, buying a motor vehicle insurance, or even small loans or credits
Understood.
for instant needs for the gig workers.
Understood.
Those kind of, or even maybe preloaded cards, which I mean, yeah.
I think we are on the point. So I'll tell you how to approach with this problem. So this is the hypothesis that there is a need which is unserved. So there are a lot of first assumption is, then we'll substantiate these assumptions. The first assumption is there is a big market for gig workers. We'll arrive at a number. Okay. Second assumption is their need is underpenetrated. So this market or the people who are part of the gig economy are underpenetrated by financial products, and banks and NBFCs or anything are not able to reach them. So there is a large market which is underpenetrated, and these are the assumption. Then third is the how will we begin this exercises? We have defined a broader product statement. Now what we'll do is we'll do a market sizing exercise. Key how much uh, how much is the people who can we target? We'll arrive at a number. Then how much is the need of a financial product? So how much can we sell to them? Just a basic assumption कि depending, let's say अगर कोई 1 लाख रुपए कमाता है या 10,000 रुपए कमाता है, how much of it can they spend in a buying a financial product? So what is the need? ठीक है. Then market size. Then third will come to the product definition. कि in a crispier sort of a manner we have a problem statement. Now we'll define product कि हमें बनाना क्या है actually. ठीक है. Then we'll come to user personas, which you were telling. ठीक है. Before this, before product definition, I left a point. We need to also identify the pain points. If there are platforms, or if these are people are buying it from somewhere, or they're not able to buy, what are the pain points? ठीक है. Then user personas and stakeholders. These are very important thing. ठीक है. I hope you're noting it down because we'll base our case study on all these things. Then we'll go to specific user journeys. Ki how will these user personas use my platform? And then we'll go to we'll not go into detailing requirement because that will be an entirely different session. Then user journeys will define. Then we'll come to a very important fact, which I think people miss, is what is my GTM? What is my go-to-market strategy? If I build this product, uh, how will I sell it? Or what is my GTM? Then seventh will be, which is part of GTM itself, how will I sell it? Or how will I increase the penetration? And how much money will I make? How do I plan to monetize it? So this is the sort of a basic construct whenever you are approaching a product case study. Start from a problem statement, then go to the market sizing, then identify pain points while talking to the people from the market, then come to a product definition, then define personas, then you go into specific user journeys, then there is the actual product building part, which needs a lot of another session, like how do you break into requirements. That will not be covering here today. Then what is my go to market strategy, and then how am I planning to distribute this product, what is my sales strategy, and then how do I plan to make money, how do I monetize this. So this is a skeleton of how we should approach um, a product case study. And I'll give you time to think about this particular platform along these lines, and let's hear from the group, and then we'll work on it together. So to arrive at a sort of a at the session, and the end goal of the session would be to arrive at a sort of a product roadmap for this sort of a product. So you can take your time, and we can then come back and discuss.
How much time do we have, Gaurav?
You can take 4 to 5 minutes,
Okay,
because
fine.
in interview you'll get hardly 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
And the guy from Tata, Shayan, you should not take more than 30 seconds for this.
Hi Gaurav. I just joined. Can you just in just 10 seconds, can you tell me what is the objective? Sorry for being late into this.
Objective means the product definition you're talking about,
Yeah,
or
but we have
the
to do.
problem statement. आप कहाँ तक सुना आपने, so that I know कि कहाँ से मुझे बोलना है.
मैं just join किया अभी. So
भाई अब पूरा तो मैं समझा नहीं
okay.
पाऊंगा, but हाँ, what we are trying to build is कि gig workers
Mm-hmm.
के financial needs को solve करने के लिए we are coming up a platform,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to build a offering for that.
Mm-hmm.
उसके लिए वी हैव गिवन अ कंस्ट्रक्ट कि भाई मार्केट साइज करना है, पेन पॉइंट्स आइडेंटिफाई करना है, प्रोडक्ट डिफाइन करना है, यूजर पर्सोना, यूजर जर्नी, गो टू
Mm-hmm.
मार्केट, सेल्स एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन स्ट्रेटेजी एंड प्राइसिंग स्ट्रेटेजी. तो ये हमें बनाना है विद दिस ग्रुप. ठीक है.
Okay.
एंड आई होप यू नो व्हाट इज गिग वर्कर्स.
Yeah, yeah.
ठीक
Yep.
है. या
Thank you.
यही करना है. So Shayan, let's start with you. What are your views? ये प्रोडक्ट पहले तो अब ये तो ये बिकेगा कि नहीं, ये चलेगा कि नहीं चलेगा ये प्रोडक्ट. Does this have a market?
Yeah, so according to me, I think there is a good market fit, product market fit for this, because this can be something like a micro loans where uh, the
So Shayan, आप you come out from the lending thing. Financial product does
yeah,
not only mean credit. ठीक है. So थोड़ा broader करो. आ, आप
yeah,
पहले
so
ये
it
बताओ.
can be
हाँ, आप अब
insurance.
एक गिग वर्कर की लाइफ में जाओ. What could be the financial needs? Just imagine. Apart from credit तो रहेगा ही. Apart
Yeah,
from credit.
yeah, so one can be his health insurance.
Okay.
Second will be two-wheeler insurance, which he's using for his
ठीक है. मोटर हो
daily
गया, हेल्थ हो
business.
गया.
Third can be um, maybe we can include a wealth management product,
ठीक है.
small ticket size,
So
where
if you're saying wealth management, I'm assuming uh, you are assuming that that particular guy knows about the wealth product. ठीक है. Wealth
no,
product
so
का
there
penetration is
he will
2% in India.
no, so he will not be aware of that.
Okay.
So that will come in our marketing and how
And
we
ठीक
pitch
है.
the product.
ठीक है. So you are offering wealth, you are offering insurance, you are offering credit.
Yes.
और कुछ?
Yeah. So this for now.
Payments, do you think is it needed or is it okay?
So for payments, he will be already using Google Pay and all
Okay.
this.
So let's only offer um, insurance, wealth, and credit.
Yeah.
And in which order of priority you want to have these?
Insurance, credit, wealth.
So insurance, credit, wealth. Why this order? I was
Uh,
thinking credit should come at the top.
so this segment of people are not very aware of insurance, point one, and it is since he's traveling all the time and he's exposed to a lot of risk in
Hmm?
terms of accidents and all. So I think it is, and a large section of this will not be covered by insurance compared to the
Agree. ठीक है.
white collared
ये
working
हाँ,
class.
ये आपका व्यू है. But
Yes.
if you go into that person's persona या उसकी लाइफ में, तो
Hmm.
उसके लिए insurance is a, so you know about I'll just question is for the group. Do you know what is push product and what is pull product? Anybody can answer that.
Yeah, so push product is when you are the company is pushing the product to advertisements, and pull is where there is already a demand and the consumer is himself coming and buying that product.
Yeah. So push is where you push the product. So insurance is a push product. अभी भी इंडिया में even after all this policy bazaar and everything, the D2C business, so 90% of the business in insurance, more than 90, is coming from uh, channels like agent, corporate agents, and brokers. So insurance has always been a push business in India, but loan or the credit can be a pull business. Uh,
Agreed.
so pull business is where if you go into the shoes of that particular person, he may always fall short of some credit in every month, or he may have aspiration to buy a new bike, or uh, provide education to their kids to have an education loan. But insurance, even though there is a need, we agree, but they may not find it useful. They may say that uh, we are wasting this much amount of money as a premium. They may not find it useful. So in, if I have to build it, I'll put credit at the top, then followed by insurance, and followed by wealth. And also I put in this order because everybody understand credit, सबको पता है loan क्या होता है, followed by what is insurance, and wealth is still very much new to this part of the economy. Wealth products are still very less. They don't know, and it is very less penetrated. So if I have to build it, I'll keep it in this order. Maybe the group has other views, but yeah, this is what I think should be the order of putting it. ठीक है. Then uh, let's take a shot at market size. So who will take it? Uh, Gaurav Gupta ji, you want to take it at a shot at market size, or?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So for market sizing, um,
और लेट्स
uh,
आप सिर्फ ना अभी इसको assume कर रहे हो ना, तो आई एम ओनली सेइंग कि only assume tier 1 cities and tier 2 cities so that it is easier for you to come to a number.
okay. Tier 1.
आप और उसके नीचे मत जाओ. हाँ.
ठीक. Okay. Mm. So टीयर 1 एंड टीयर 2 को जब टारगेट करेंगे तो इसके अंदर जो मार्केट साइजिंग है, इसमें वी कैन टेक अ हाइपोथेसिस और assumption that around 30% of the, हाँ बताइए.
पहले हम आप ये बताओ कि टायर 1 और टायर 2 में लोग कितने रहते हैं, स्टेप बाय स्टेप की कितना.
ये
आप 4 मेट्रो
population.
ले लो, 4 मेट्रो ले लो, टायर 4 टायर 2 सिटीज ले लो, दैट्स इट. 8 सिटीज इज मोर देन इनफ टू स्टार्ट विद. या फिर आप
Okay.
चाहो तो ओनली 4 मेट्रोज यू कैन टेक इन.
4 मेट्रोज ले लेते हैं.
ओके, गो अहेड.
So चार considering Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Hyderabad.
नहीं कैलकाटा, दिल्ली,
Calcutta,
मुंबई.
sorry, Chennai and Chennai.
हाँ.
Yes, yes. So considering 1 crore plus 1.5 crores of population
हाँ,
in
टोटल इन
every
4 में
each metro.
यू
No, no,
माय यू. हाँ, तो
in
टोटल
each
हो गया.
metro.
योर
So
टोटल इज
6
6
crores.
6 करोड़.
6
ओके,
crores.
ठीक है.
Now this 6 crores को I first cut into less than 18 years and greater than 60 years. Because
ठीक
वो
है, तो
हमारे
यू
टारगेटिंग
एज्यूमिंग
में
कि
नहीं
इसके
है.
इसके नीचे कोई गिग वर्क नहीं होगा और इसके ऊपर कोई गिग वर्क
हाँ,
नहीं. ठीक है,
right.
ओके.
So say 18 और 60 years को अगर मैं टोटल लूं तो कट 40% मैं इसको हटा देता हूं दोनों को मिला के. 30 to
ओके,
40.
ठीक है. तो 60% इज इन योर वर्किंग एज पॉपुलेशन.
Yes. Now
वो
again
कितना नंबर
divided
आया?
into
कितना
6
नंबर है?
3.6 crores.
ओके, फाइन.
Now again further cut into कुछ गिग एंड नॉन गिग, सिंपल, मेल फीमेल में नहीं जा रहा मैं,
हम्म।
गिग एंड नॉन गिग। सो
ओके,
और कि उसको मैं ब्रेकअप करूं, मेल
नहीं
एंड
नहीं,
फिर
आप पहले, नहीं, मेल
हम्म,
फीमेल इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, वी जस्ट नीड अ नंबर ऑफ कितना इसमें से फाइनल गिग
ओके।
इकोनॉमी
सो
में कितना
सो
है।
3 ब्रॉड क्लासिफिकेशन होते हैं, एक स्टूडेंट्स होता है और वर्किंग में गिग एंड नॉन गिग। सो कंट्रीब्यूटिंग 20% स्टूडेंट एंड बचा कितना 80, तो 40% गिग एंड 40% नॉन गिग। सो
अच्छा, तो आप
3.6
कह
का
रहे हो,
अगेन
हाँ,
40%।
आप कह रहे हो कि भाई 1.8 करोड़ गिग वर्कर्स,
यस।
ठीक है। तो आपने बहुत सिंपलिसिस्टिक assumption लिए हैं, ठीक है। पहली बात तो पीपल कैन क्वेश्चन कि भाई 18 से 21 के बीच में कितनी पॉपुलेशन होगी, जो इस 20% आप उसका assumption कर रहे हो जो स्टूडेंट होगा, ठीक है। वो ठीक है, यू आप आराम से सोचेंगे, देन यू विल कम कि भाई ठीक, देन 40% गिग एंड 40% नॉन गिग इज क्वाइट अ, हाँ, मतलब ब्लू कॉलर और व्हाइट कॉलर में ही आप अगर जाएंगे तो
60
हाँ,
होना चाहिए
इट
बेसिकली।
इज ओनली, आप सोचो ऐसा कि 25 कुड बी नॉन गिग जॉब्स एंड बाकी कैन
करेक्ट।
बी आइदर अनएम्प्लॉयड और वर्किंग इन गिग, ठीक है।
अनएम्प्लॉयड।
ठीक है, तो लेट्स, ठीक है, आप यू कम टू अ नंबर, बट या इट कुड बी, since we are not running short on time, so it, whenever you arrive a number, whenever you are attempting such problems for the group, uh, do your calculation, arrive at a number, let's say you arrive at 1.8, ठीक है, ठीक है। Now, uh, 1.8 in all the four metros you're saying, ठीक है। तो आपने लेट्स से सिंपलिसिटी के लिए वी आर टेकिंग 2 crores. Now the person who is interviewing or person who is with you can ask if it is a way ahead from his assumption, his or her assumption, then they will ask how did you compute it, then you should have the steps ready. Otherwise, if you throw up a number कि भाई 15 crores या 20 crores, तो he'll think कि भाई ये नंबर क्यों आया है, लेट्स ब्रेक इट डाउन कि भाई अब अपने इंडिया का पॉपुलेशन का एस्टिमेट सही लिया है कि नहीं लिया है, एंड देन लेट्स ब्रेक इट डाउन. So always tell the numbers that मेरा estimate है 2 crores in 4 top cities in India, and if I have a doubt I'll then ask कि भाई how did you compute this, ठीक
तो
है।
आप ये बोल रहे हो कि प्राइमरी फर्स्ट गो उसको स्टेप्स नहीं बताने हैं, अगर वो
हाँ,
बोलेगा
अगर
तो।
why to waste time in explaining the steps and
हाँ,
also creating more questions in his mind, ठीक है।
हम्म,
तो it is better you come up with a number
हम्म,
and ask them, or they'll also come कि भाई how did you come to this number.
हम्म,
If it is matching his estimate, then he'll move forward. If it is
हम्म,
wavered from his or her estimate, then he'll say कि how did you come to this number. So it
हम्म,
is better you tell and ask कि should I also tell how did I come to this number, or we can move ahead, ठीक है।
okay.
Okay, now हो गया market size. So 2 crores gig workers is what we are targeting. अच्छा, now let's go to uh, Samidha. Samidha, are you there? Okay.
Yeah,
Vishal,
hi.
yeah, hi. So do you want to identify the stakeholders? So कि हम इसमें what we are trying to build, and one stakeholder is your gig workers. What will be the other stakeholders involved in this particular platform which we're trying to envision? So do you want to take a shot at this, Samidha, or anybody else, Himanshu?
Yes. So one could be lending partner. So it could be a marketplace type of
हाँ,
model
तो
where
पहले
lending
आप,
partner.
हाँ, पहले आप ये क्लियर कर लो कि you want to be a platform, or you want to be, or you want to lend on your own books, ठीक है। तो
Right.
so let's assume कि you are going on a platform route, ठीक है। Now define the stakeholders.
Okay. Okay. So one would be a lending partners.
हम्म,
Then uh, payment gateway payment partner. So from
नहीं नहीं,
payment point of view.
पेमेंट क्यों कराओगे आप, why do you need to build the payment?
Right. Okay.
नहीं
So
मतलब
lending
what
part.
is your assumption कि payment needed है?
I thought of that insurance वाला चीज भी, but अभी नहीं. So फिर if we
हाँ
talk about credit only,
नहीं नहीं,
credit में सिर्फ
even
जाएगा.
let's say if you are offering loan, insurance and wealth, uh,
नहीं.
why don't you go into payment? The fulfillment, let's let them do it ना. In the let's say अगर हमें basic launch करना है, let's not go into the fulfillment process. You act as a lead provider, जैसे बैंक बाजार पॉलिसी बाजार है कि you bring the buyer and the seller together, and because loan journey, insurance journey and even wealth journey are a bit complex, so why do you want to build those journeys in your platform? आप सिर्फ दिखाओ कि भाई आपकी ये नीड है, these are the loan offers for you. आपका इंश्योरेंस की ये नीड है, these are the insurance offers for you. And then let that insurance company pursue that and close that. ठीक है, don't try to complicate the platform, because इसमें क्या होगा, why I am telling you, because lending के ही 20-30 प्रोडक्ट्स बन जाएंगे. am I correct, शैन? लेंडिंग की इतनी वैरायटीज तो होती होंगी ना.
Yes, you're right.
ठीक है, इंश्योरेंस का जनरल अलग, लाइफ अलग. ठीक है, जनरल में यू विल हैव हेल्थ अलग, मोटर अलग. सो एवरी जो भी आपका जो ये है प्रोवाइडर विल हैव अ डिफरेंट जर्नी टू अपने प्रोसेस के हिसाब से. तो डोंट ट्राई टू build those journeys in your platform. Be a sort of aggregator where you provide leads to these guys and they fulfill it as per their process and you charge them per lead. ठीक है. अच्छा, ठीक है, तो एक हो गया गिग वर्कर्स, एक हो गया बैंकिंग का, और बैंकिंग या इंश्योरेंस प्रोवाइडर. एनी अदर स्टेक होल्डर्स व्हिच यू वांट टू आइडेंटिफाई नाउ?
It could be internal, I would say internal team stakeholders.
Internal stakeholders so will be there. Yeah, in some cases, since you're building a BFSI product or BFSI selling product, there could be regulatory stakeholders like RBI or IRDA. So you can mention that, but we are still not very clear. But since we are selling financial products and we are selling a credit, so there could be regulatory stakeholders like RBI, SEBI or MFI in case of wealth. ठीक है, ठीक है, we are good with the stakeholders. Now uh, who let's now go into the problem. So what do you think are the pain points uh, from the all the stakeholders point of view, gig workers, people who are selling it, and yeah, let's not take the regulators, but what is the pain point from each of these? So Mansi, Siddharth, anybody wants to take a shot at that?
Yeah. So for gig workers, they don't have that kind of. I mean, their pain point is they don't get easily loans or credits because they don't have a very clear credit history.
Okay.
So there's nobody in the market or less people in the market who are uh, giving them loans, and that's one pain point. Second one is they may not be that well versed with
Financial literacy you're saying.
financial literacy. Correct.
ठीक है,
So,
एक हो गया financial literacy, दूसरा हो गया कि they are not able to get proper loan offers and insurance or
financial literacy.
ठीक है. I think these are fair enough. There could be more, but let's take these two pain points.
Hi, Gaurav. Just to add to what Siddhartha said, it is also possible, right? They might not know what kind of funds they can invest in what kind of product.
So
Maybe
financial
say
literacy
insurance.
आपके ना
Yeah, वो
financial,
उसके अंदर आ गया.
ठीक है. So financial literacy and they don't have the any platform where they can or see the offers. अच्छा, अब आप can you identify the pain point from the point of view of bank and NBFC? Why are they not penetrating in this market?
So for those institutions, they don't have the visibility of repayment from this. That the what is the
नहीं नहीं,
creditability of this.
वो तो खैर ठीक है, वो एक अलग पॉइंट है कि मतलब they don't see them.
The reach might not be as uh,
So, yeah.
So
good.
आप कह रहे हो मानसी कि cost of customer acquisition is very high.
Very high, exactly.
ठीक है. So उनके जो भी channels अभी build हैं, या तो वो branch से करते हैं, या website से करते हैं, या telemarketing से करते हैं, that people are not able to reach these people. ठीक है.
Correct. Yeah.
They're not even visible to them.
So इनके पास data नहीं है. They don't have a lead data कि कैसे to reach out to these people. ठीक है. So even if they want to acquire, the cost of acquisition is very high. ठीक है. So you can, when the cost is come, that means it is difficult to acquire. Cost of second point which Gaurav was mentioning कि भाई they don't have a credible.
Credibility.
ठीक है. So that I think we, हमारा काम नहीं है that establishing that credibility, because that is up to the credit policy of the bank and NBFC to lend. अगर उन्होंने कोई प्रोडक्ट बनाया है, लेट्स से स्मॉलर टिकट साइज का 50,000 का, ठीक है, तो उन्होंने, दे मस्ट हैव थॉट अबाउट इट, दे मस्ट हैव रन देयर मॉडल्स, दे मस्ट हैव गॉट ब्यूरो डेटा, ठीक है, एंड दे आर आल्सो विलिंग टू टेक दैट रिस्क कि भाई अगर ये डिफॉल्ट होता है तो इतना हिट मैं ले सकता हूँ. तो वी डोंट, मतलब हम कुछ हेल्प नहीं कर सकते इन बिल्डिंग दैट क्रेडिबिलिटी. इट जस्ट दैट शुरू में तो वी कांट बिल्ड. When we have a big community and we see people buying from our platform, then we can uh, uh, tell to bank that these are all people who have been in our platform since last 2 years, and they have been they are financially literate, and they are buying these credit products and insurance products. But in the initial phase, it lets viability of the customer, let's leave it to the bank and NBFC to decide whether to lend or not. Okay. Then what are the other pain point do you think?
Other, I think, retention of existing customers, like cross selling, may they might have some issues. So
Okay.
that might be another pain point.
क्रॉस सेलिंग करेंगे, पहले तो सेल कर दें. ठीक है.
Yeah.
अदर थिंग व्हिच कुड बी सर्विस है, बट आई थिंक अभी हम विल नॉट सॉल्व फ्रॉम इन दिस प्लेटफॉर्म. while I'll why I'm telling services, because EMI collection, प्रीमियम का रीपेमेंट, ठीक है,
Right.
एंड वेल्थ है तो उसमें भी SIP. बट लेट्स, इवन दो सर्विस हम कवर कर सकते हैं, बट लेट्स लीव दैट आउट ऑफ इट, क्योंकि हम पेमेंट वेमेंट अभी वी नॉट प्लानिंग. वी कैन सेंड नोटिफिकेशन कि भाई योर EMI इज ड्यू, योर प्रीमियम इज ड्यू, योर SIP is due, but let's keep the service angle out, only focus on sales. ठीक है. So this is what we are doing now. अब इतना सारा डिस्कशन हो गया मार्केट साइज का, पेन पॉइंट का. नाउ
Gaurav, one question.
yes,
I'm sorry to interrupt. So when we are solving this case study for the interview or first phase, so should we assume, or is it better to ask, or it should be covered in the problem statement? We can make assumptions like this, right?
like what?
Like we mentioned that service हम अभी नहीं लेंगे. We will not focus on
हाँ,
that
तो
right now.
if you want to mention that, ठीक है, then you need a, if you're saying कि सर्विस नहीं लेंगे, ठीक है, तो then interviewer may ask कि क्यों नहीं ले रहे हो, मतलब so you can say कि अभी we want to, तो वो मैं आ रहा हूँ कि why I'm not taking all these things,
All
but
right.
you can
Okay.
take assumptions कि what is the why you're not building this, जैसे why are you keeping payment out, ठीक है. So when you're telling the interviewer, तो just tell कि भैया अभी हम aggregate कर रहे हैं, and the fulfillment journey will be done by the bank and NBFC itself, and we are keeping payment out because we don't want to go into the complex onboarding journeys of each loan type and each insurance type. So you can define all those things while you are trying to approach the problem. अच्छा, now शायद अब आप इतना definition हो गया, इतना discussion हो गया, can we come to a product definition in, let's say, 2 lines कि हमें बनाना क्या है?
So it will be
I think Shayan, you're not audible. Can you come?
yeah, am I audible now?
Yes.
So I'm saying it will be a one-stop fintech solution for gig workers.
One stop fintech solution for gig workers.
Financial solution.
Financial solution for gig workers. तो पहले हो गया आपका पहला कीवर्ड है वन स्टॉप. What do you mean by one stop?
So in one platform, the user is getting all the solutions and benefits. He
Okay.
doesn't have to go to separate websites.
Sites
One
for
for,
buying
yeah, one
insurance
for
buying.
insurance, one for
अच्छा
credit. Yeah.
अच्छा. One stop solution for buying. क्या था आगे क्या था?
One stop
Finance.
financial solution for gig workers.
अच्छा financial solution क्या है ये? What does you mean by financial?
So financial solution when includes all your financial products, right?
तो प्रोडक्ट ही बोलो ना, सोल्यूशन करके थोड़ा उसको कंफ्यूज मत करो. वन स्टॉप सोल्यूशन, वन स्टॉप प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर ऑल योर फाइनेंशियल प्रोडक्ट्स और नीड्स. ठीक है.
Yeah, yeah.
ठीक है, चलो अग्री. ठीक है, ये हो गया. सो अब हमें डिफाइन करने हैं पर्सोनास. सो गौरव गुप्ता जी, आप यू वांट टू टेक अ शॉट एट लाइक हु विल बी द पर्सोनास जो इसको यूज करेंगे. ट्राई टू कवर एज मेनी एज पॉसिबल.
Okay, so as we covered metros and उसके अंदर एज ब्रैकेट, अब आप बोल रहे हो इसके डिफरेंट पर्सोनास.
आप मुझे बस मैं बता रहा हूँ कैसे अटेम्प्ट करो पर्सोना का क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, तो लेट्स से दो गिग वर्कर ले लो. ठीक है, कोई भी नाम ले लो उनका. ठीक है, कमला, हरीश. ठीक है, उनका मुझे ऐसा, अगर आप मुझे अटेंड करना हो तो मैं ऐसे बताता कि फर्स्ट पर्सोना वुड बी गिग वर्कर्स. एंड टू डिफाइन गिग वर्कर्स पर्सोना आई एम टेकिंग टू एग्जांपल. One is Harish. His age is 45 years. He has four dependents, and his monthly income through gig job is around 45,000. Let's say 35,000. His financial literacy level is beginner. ठीक है, he only uses पेटीएम एंड ऑल. बिगनर एकदम फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी लेवल है. उसकी फाइनेंशियल नीड्स है कि एक तो ही रन्स ओला उबर, तो उसका every year he has to renew the motor insurance. Plus, he also needs some sort of a housing loan of around 5 lakh to to repair his house. And he's looking after 3 year or 2 years, he's looking for an education loan for one of his children. तो ऐसे अगर आप डिफाइन करोगे ना, तो जो इंटरव्यूअर है उसको समझ में आ जाएगा कि यू आर गोइंग इनटू द शूज ऑफ द यूजर. ठीक है, तो एक आप कैन यू टेक वन मोर पर्सोना ऑफ अ गिग वर्कर हु वुड बी यूजिंग इट.
Yeah, just a minute. So Rama is the person, the name of a persona who he has a age of 35 years. He's working in a security agency. What means he's a security guard who he is deployed via security agency to one of the society in
ठीक है,
metro.
ठीक
Okay,
है.
his monthly income is in the range of up to in the 12 to 15,000.
Okay.
And
Financial literacy level.
yeah, it is financially, it is low or nil.
Okay.
He has no investments in any of these
Understood.
products like
ठीक है.
FD or mutual fund or this.
Financial needs क्या है, जल्दी
Yeah,
जल्दी
and
टाइम
his,
कम है.
yeah, yeah,
हाँ.
his financial need is that he has to take care of his parents who are ill as of now.
तो इसको एक क्रेडिट
Three,
चाहिए.
3 to 4 lakhs rupees of medical treatment is required at
तो
this
ये
point of
हेल्थ
time.
इंश्योरेंस चाहिए कि क्रेडिट चाहिए, ये बताओ.
नहीं, इसको क्रेडिट चाहिए जिसके अंदर 3 to 4 lakhs ही लेके.
शॉर्ट टर्म लोन
या
चाहिए.
शॉर्ट टर्म, राइट राइट राइट.
ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड. अच्छा, और थोड़ा टाइम की कमी है, विल फास्ट फॉरवर्ड. सो दे वुड बी अदर स्टेक होल्डर्स वुड बी यूजिंग देयर प्लेटफॉर्म, वुड बी जो बैंक्स हैं, बैंक्स एंड एनबीएफसी का जो स्टाफ है वुड बी यूजिंग either by integrating with your platform through APIs, or they'll come at your platform and see कि उनके बकेट में कितनी लीड्स आई हैं. ठीक है, सो दैट इज अनदर स्टेक होल्डर. एंड आई थिंक उसको हमें ऐसे नहीं डिफाइन करना, विल जस्ट से कि क्योंकि वो बहुत कम यूजर्स होंगे, वो मुश्किल से 100-500 यूजर होंगे, तो वो एक स्टेक होल्डर है, वो पर्सोना है, उसके लिए भी हमें सिस्टम डिफाइन करना है. बट ही वुड नॉट बी योर प्राइमरी यूजर, ही वुड बी योर सेकेंडरी यूजर प्राइमरी यूजर ये होंगे जो 2 करोड़ की पॉपुलेशन आप टारगेट कर रहे हो. सेकेंडरी यूजर होंगे जो आपका लीड्स डाउनलोड करेंगे और दे इंटीग्रेट विद योर सिस्टम टू वर्क ऑन दोज लीड्स. ठीक है, तो ये बेसिकली 2 पर्सोनास हो गए. अच्छा, अब एक फटाफट एक यूजर जर्नी कर लेते हैं एंड आई थिंक विल कम टू जीटीएम. सो एक यूजर जर्नी शायद आई थिंक आप जल्दी बता सकते हो लोन की और इंश्योरेंस की यू वांट टू टेक. और शाइन इज नॉट देयर, देन यू कैन टेक गौरव गुप्ता, आप ही ले लीजिए. यू कैन टेक वन जर्नी.
सो इस यूजर जर्नी में डिजिटल जर्नी है ये.
हाँ
जो
हाँ बिल्कुल
जो
डिजिटल.
रामा है वो उसको एक लिंक आएगा एक व्हाट्सएप पे, बल्क व्हाट्सएप के थ्रू, जिसमें लिखा
अरे ये
होगा
सब
कि
में मत जाओ यार.
अच्छा
ये सब
ओके.
मत जाओ. बस सीधे ऐसे जर्नी डिफाइन ऐसे होगी. ही कम्स टू प्लेटफॉर्म. ठीक है,
ओके.
ही आइडेंटिफाई कि मुझे क्रेडिट चाहिए. ठीक है, उसको बेसिक डिटेल्स अपने एंटर करने पड़ेंगे सो
ओके.
दैट यू क्वालिफाई. मतलब आपने आपने
इंक्वायरी रेज हो जाएगी
हाँ, इंक्वायरी
उसके.
रेस करने के लिए हाँ आपको कुछ डिटेल्स चाहिए कि भाई आपकी सैलरी कितनी है.
यस
ठीक है
यस.
ना. एंड आपको
लोन
ज्यादा
अमाउंट.
कुछ नहीं करना है. ठीक
ओके.
है, डॉक्यूमेंट कलेक्ट वगैरह लेट्स लीव इट टू द बैंक. ठीक है,
ओके.
बेसिक डिटेल्स एंड बेसिस दैट यू विल पास ऑन द लीड टू द बैंक. आपको वेरीफाई करना होगा कस्टमर का फोन नंबर, ईमेल. ईमेल तो होगा नहीं, मोस्टली फोन नंबर, सो दैट आप ओटीपी भेज के यू कैन वेरीफाई. ठीक है, तो दिस इज अ जर्नी एंड देन इट गोज टू द बकेट ऑफ दैट बैंक टू फुलफिल इट. ठीक है, तो हमें सिंपलर रखना है. विल नॉट बी फुलफिलिंग.
ओके.
आगे जाके वी कैन जनरेट ऑफर्स एंड अदर थिंग जब हमारे पास यूजर की हिस्ट्री होगी एंड वी बिकम अ बेटर बिगर प्लेटफॉर्म.
आई थॉट कि
सिमिलरली
आप पूरा स्टार्टिंग से मतलब सब
वो
चाहते हो
करते यार, टाइम की कमी
इसमें. हाँ
है.
ठीक. डन है डन.
ठीक है,
ओके.
now let's come to GTM, which is a very important part. Mansi, you want to attempt how do we um, GTM कैसे करेंगे,
I
go to market strategy क्या होगी?
I can try Gaurav as well.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, Akanksha here.
Yeah.
So based on the user persona or ideal customer profile exercise we have done, we would actually have to also understand what where our customers spend. So first, okay, where our customer spends time and which channels will be most important. So the organic channels or ads can be the best way to actually bring their notice in. And how can we actually show ads to them? So first defining the channels for ads, and
Hmm.
then targeting the customers based on their interests. So if delivery partners are a huge chunk of our core cohort, user cohort, we will be actually targeting people who have Swiggy and Ola and Uber
And you can also tie up
installed.
with
Yeah,
these big
yeah,
employers,
tie up.
Ola,
Yeah,
Uber, to help them, क्योंकि उनका भी इसमें फायदा है that their people are financially well served, so they can ask
yeah,
the user to download this. ठीक है, so this is I
yeah.
think a good GTM, but the another GTM which I think would work in this segment and it is used by other companies also is to create a learning platform first. ठीक है, and to educate these people ki what are the, so it can also work in along with the concurrently with what you have told, to build a community where you are sharing or you are increasing the financial literacy and
Building
you have
awareness first. Yeah.
vernacular में भी available होगा, so that people first understand and then they buy better on your platform. But yeah, it would need time, so it has to run concurrently with other GTM. अच्छा, now pricing पे आ जाते हैं. How will we make money out of this? Anybody if you want to take it? Moitro, Siddharth.
Yeah, I think per leads,
पहले तो
whatever
किसको चार्ज करेंगे, गिग वर्कर्स को लेंगे, पैसे से बनाएंगे कि बैंक से बनाएंगे?
bank say.
ओके, ठीक है. तो कैसे do you want to charge?
Like for example, if a gig worker select their loan and then send it, uh,
Per
I'd
lead, per lead.
uh,
You want to
per,
charge per lead?
per lead.
Okay. Any other monetization strategy which anybody can think?
Maybe
So
based on the
Amount.
total value that he has like the bank has offered maybe on the 1 lakh. Let's say bank is charging around 13% to the gig worker. So
Hmm.
maybe 0.5 or 1% we can keep as the platform charges, and rest the bank will keep.
Okay. Well, there's a
So
payout
Gaurav,
or a cut.
yeah.
Yeah.
So normally banks or non NBFCs are charging PF from the end user. So we
Hmm.
are charging some absolute amount from that PF processing
पीएफ
fees.
या प्रोसेसिंग फीस यार
Processing
कंफ्यूज
fees.
कर दोगे तुम पीएफ
Sorry,
ना वो
processing fees, and we are giving cashback to the end user, means जो persona था, to कि वो हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म से आके ले, और वो कैशबैक उस प्रोसेसिंग फीस का से 5% होगा। इस टाइप के कुछ मैट्रिक्स को हम डिफाइन करेंगे जिससे हमारा अट्रैक्शन दोनों
ठीक
तरफ
है
है।
ठीक है बट आप मुझे
That the
कैशबैक वाला
that
समझ में नहीं आता ज्यादा क्योंकि प्रोसेसिंग फीस चार्ज करोगे आप लोन नहीं हुआ तो फिर रिटर्न
नहीं नहीं,
करोगे
ऑन प्रोसेसिंग फीस तो सक्सेसफुल लोन पे होता
तो
है।
वो हमें फिर तो वहां से पता लगेगा ना आप आपने
Yes.
भेज दिया लीड मतलब फिर उसका रिवर्स इंटीग्रेशन हो ठीक है तो फिर क्या हुआ
Okay.
कि लोन सैंक्शन हो गया
Okay.
कस्टमर लेने लेने नहीं आया तो हम शुरुआत में ना लेट्स कीप
Okay.
इट सिंपल लेट्स
Okay.
ओनली कीप इट ऑन द लीड भाई मैं तुझे 1 लाख लीड दे रहा हूँ तुम मुझे इतने पैसे दो ठीक है लीड का एक अमाउंट होगा और एक अकाउंट होगा एक
Then
लाख
then it should be absolute amount.
हाँ 1 लाख की लीड है तो 2 करोड़ का या जितने का भी लोन अमाउंट मतलब छोटा छोटा टिकट साइज रखेंगे सो कितना बन रहा है ठीक है 100 करोड़ का लोन मैंने तुम्हें लीड दिया है और 1 लाख लीड दी तो इसका मुझे कितना डिसबर्स मिलेगा कितना पे आउट मिलेगा ठीक है आई थिंक आई एम रनिंग शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम नाउ आई विल ओपन इट फॉर एनी क्वेश्चंस सो कभी डिटेल में वी कैन हैव अनदर सेशन टू डिटेल आउट क्योंकि ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट यूज केस है any questions and I think I'll answer it in next 5 minutes.
Hi, everyone. Please feel free to ask any questions.
Mansi, Siddharth, Shayan,
Even the
so
ones
Gaurav,
who
I
have
have
been quiet. Yeah, yeah, please.
yes.
Yeah, so when we were actually defining the product, right,
Hmm.
that the insurance, credit, and wealth can be
Yes.
three use cases, and also we then rather than thinking of a bank, we pivoted to platform
Platform
kind
pro.
of a model.
Hmm.
Yes, so I mean, how to actually geared my mind to think in this direction because I had would have thought of a bank directly when
अच्छा
you actually gave the
ठीक है
problem statement, right?
अच्छा तो
And it
आकांक्षा
actually became
I'll tell
much
you hi
simpler. Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you hi आप हिंदी समझते हैं ना you can
हाँ हाँ आराम से
so बैंक बनाना आसान है कि प्लेटफॉर्म बनाना
प्लेटफॉर्म बनाना ऑफ कोर्स
तो बैंक is a sector जहाँ पे यू नीड रेगुलेटरी मतलब आई कांट गो टुमारो एंड अप्लाई की आरबीआई को कि आई वांट टू मेक अ बैंक ठीक है
या
सो गेटिंग अ बैंक सो आप पहले ये देखो कि इज द लाइसेंस इन्वॉल्व इन दिस so opening a bank or opening an NBFC or opening an insurance company and opening a mutual fund will need first the license ठीक है
या
plus there is a fixed cost which will be involved in getting a license then you need to set up those things plus you already have a lot of banks and NBFCs and mutual funds operating so there is an entry barrier so you just first need to see ki if you go into platform approach what is the entry barrier and if you want to go into owning on your own books what is the entry barrier so that entry barrier could be the first thing to
या
decide कि क्या करना है ठीक है अब if you want to open a restaurant and you want to serve whole of the city ठीक है so you want to keep your own delivery partners or you want to hook on to Zomato or Swiggy so you'll assess कि भाई if I keep my own delivery partners how much is the fixed cost which I need to bear so that would be your entry barrier and if you
या
go with Zomato Swiggy how much so that matrix तो इसमें तो क्लियर है बैंकिंग में तो क्लियर है क्योंकि if you want to set up banks NBFCs mutual fund in India that is not easy you need to go through a long process regulation and everything ठीक है
या ओके Thank you, Gaurav.
Any other question? So we have 2 or 3 more minutes.
If and nobody else has another question, I have one more.
Hmm.
So on the market sizing, again, we made it really, really simple by actually just taking tier one cities.
Hmm.
So while I'm in an interview, generally guesstimation also has given a lot of weightage, right?
Hmm.
And I would have gone via actually taking, I mean,
So Akansha, if you
yeah, yeah,
पूरे इंडिया का
yeah,
estimate करोगे ना तो उसमें टाइम
yeah.
लगेगा. So that is why
Acha.
when you are estimating, you just tell कि can I take only for 4 metros, or can I take it for Bangalore and then we'll extrapolate it for the whole
Yeah,
tier one
that
city.
I understood, but that 60% wala assumption for taking for gig workers, right?
So
That
that is very simplistic. वो उसमें
yeah.
और ही factors आएंगे. People who are part of the working set, people who are not part of the working set. ठीक है. तो it is better to take a very small set. ठीक है. तो अगर आप सिर्फ एक सिटी लोगे ना, then you'll easily apply all these parameters. ठीक है. So
Mm-hmm.
it is better to take a very small sort of a city कि भाई I am just taking it for Bangalore and then I'll extrapolate, and assuming that Bangalore has 30% population who are in schools and colleges and 10 to 15% who are not working, then we'll remove this group, and then we'll come to a population which is of working class of around 50 to 60% of that, assuming usme bhi we'll have to assume that
Yeah.
around
Mm-hmm.
30% is not working, and so out of that 60% or 65% is working. Out of that 25% is in formal sector where they're getting salary, and they're not cannot be classified as gig workers. The other 75% can be classified as gig workers, and that gig workers also usme bhi there are a lot of slabs. People who are working as maids and other household will not come into that category because they may not have that ability to spend and go to a mobile app and buy. So mobile penetration भी देखना पड़ेगा क्योंकि we are
हाँ तो
offering. Hmm, go
आपने
ahead.
जो ये जो अजम्पशन किया ना 25% वाला कि वो एक एजुकेटेड गैस लिया आपने बस उस टाइम पे
क्योंकि उसमें हमें
और
जल्दी आगे बढ़ना था. अगर हम गेस्टिमेशन में ही
हम्म
पूरा 1 घंटा लगा देते ना तो हम नहीं कर
हम्म
पाएंगे. तो हमें, क्योंकि हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म सिर्फ इंटरनेट पे है, तो वी नीड टू हैव अ स्मार्टफोन पेनिट्रेशन आल्सो एज अ कैटेगरी,
हम्म
कि हम जो उसमें पॉपुलेशन ले रहे हैं उसमें 30% और 40%, let's say 60% is the smartphone penetration, but only 30% people are okay to explore a financial product on the
या
app. तो इस तरह के assumption लेंगे, but बहुत ही मिनिमलिस्टिक लेना है, क्योंकि इट इज नॉट अ गेस्टिमेट का ये
ओके
केस स्टडी नहीं, ये प्रोडक्ट केस स्टडी. हम अगर गेस्टिमेट सही बनाने में ही अगर आधा घंटा लगा देंगे तो हम हाउ विल वी कम टू द अदर पार्ट्स. सो
ओके
गेस्टिमेट को जल्दी, छोटा, and come to a number, and if it is very strange number then the interview will go into the कि कैसे किया. But this is not a guesstimate case study, this is a product case study
अंडरस्टूड
where we have a market sizing as an exercise.
ओके ठीक है गौरव
Hmm.
थैंक यू
Yeah, anybody else? Gaurav Gupta, everything is fine? Kuch question?
नहीं, क्वेश्चन मेरा थोड़ा सा अलग था, तो मैंने बोला कि टाइम, जैसे आजकल के प्लेटफॉर्म्स में लेंडिंग भी हो रहा है, तो मतलब आप अपना पैस मनी भी लेंड कर सकते हो, बट ये
P2P,
थोड़ा risky होता
P2P
है.
भी बाद में आएगा तो
यस, P2P, यस. सो इसलिए मैंने आई एम थिंकिंग
पहले पहले
अबाउट
उनको
दैट.
बेचेंगे, then
यस,
after
यस.
3-4 years we'll open it for P2P.
हाँ,
And
हाँ, मैं
only
उल्टा
only
सोच रहा था कि
uh,
बट इट इज मोर ऑन गिग वर्कर्स, तो उनकी डिमांड क्रेडिट की ज्यादा है रादर देन लेंडिंग से.
yeah.
दैट्स व्हाई आई
And
थिंक.
only 4 or 5 people have got license in India
या
to do P2P. You mean
या
this cred and all don't have a
या
license. They are doing it on somebody else's book. ठीक है.